Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Dota 2 Asia Championships. That's right, it's time again for the DAC Championships. They took a year off last year, no DAC 2016. We were, of course, treated to an awesome performance at DAC 2015, where EG took the tournament, and that was really when, like, Sumail had his big breakout. Here, maybe, just maybe, it could be Boris's time to shine on WanteD. It's Boris the Blade's time, right, Lacoste? This is his
Boris
tournament.
the breakout.
Boris, oh, I like that. Boris the breakout star. That could be something. We'll see. He had a
If
really
the second word starts with B, it's a better Boris the Blade, Boris the breakout, Boris the...
Boris the butt head. I don't like that. It's not nice.
Okay, I can't say this one, but Boris the B.
Boris the B. We'll leave it like that. That's fair enough. So already underway here. Let's just kind of get right into the game here. It's game number 3. For those of you just tuning in, game 1, Digital Chaos, no holds barred. They opened their draft. They were like, you know what? You want to step to us as your first game. We're going to get Shadow Demon Luna right away, and then we're going to go for a Meepo later. Then they take the game. Game number 2, though, we just finished. Awesome performance from WanteD. They're able to capitalize on some pinnacle pickoffs, take the game. And now we're into a game number 3, and look how the circle has come around. What's the saying? Look how the tides have changed. Look how
What goes around comes around.
Fair enough. I'll take that one. WanteD now opening up with the Shadow Demon Luna. Digital Chaos, though, they know when a game matters. They pull out the greatest hero in the game.
In the game.
Keeper of the Light. Comes out, and then they pair it right away with a Magnus, who I love simply because RPs are hype, and they're hype to watch. So,
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
What would you like to see in this game for DC? Imagine if DC pulls something like a Keeper of the Light mid.
Oh my God, never. I think like there was talks of a day when Cinderin did a Keeper of the Light mid, and we just don't talk of that anymore. And I don't think I would ever see a Coddle mid. I love the new Coddle though. What we've been seeing, and maybe this is something that you personally have not seen much of because it's definitely been spreading like wildfire through the American region, certainly through Star Series that just like kind of concluded. But we've been seeing a lot from like Team Onyx and other teams adapting this very like assertive safe lane Coddle that just bullies the offlaner, bullies whoever's in his way. Of course, it's Demon, so he's hiding within the trees, spraying people with all that goodness.
Classic Demon.
Classic Demon. It's not like, where it used to be where it's like, oh, they got the Coddle, so there's going to be a PL or a Naga or something like that coming because he's just that taxi service who has mana for people. Like, no, it seems like they're doing it like very, very different.
Yeah.
So
Jimmy always had that fetish for the forest. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He always loved to
just love
in the forest.
To be out there with the animals. Yeah.
Maybe that's it, yeah.
We will be seeing more of Demon and his team Onyx as they are also in this qualifier, but they had the day of rest. Today they can focus on the challenges that are going to be coming before them. Some of the best teams that America has to offer here, and WanteD DC could be some of those teams that people would put even at the top of this qualifier, certainly the top of the group. I mean, this is a pretty stacked group. I mean, you're not going to be able to see it, but I'm going to throw up the groups on the screen right now for everyone to look at. Group A has obviously DC and WanteD, but also Complexity and Freedom, who we'll be watching after this series. The other group has NP. It has, oh God, I can't read it from here. It has SG Esports, which is like it's like a bunch of the top South American players. Infamous, and then Onyx. Some would make the argument that Group A is much stronger.
Group of death.
Group of death,
Definitely,
if you will.
yeah.
It definitely seems like a much stronger group, and these could be the two teams at the top of that group.
Okay, maybe it's time to talk about the picks a little bit.
Yeah, go for it. Just educate us on the Witcher picks of WanteD.
DC removed Seer and tanking because of the offlane. Probably they need some kind of initiation, counter initiation after the RP is used. Ogre picked up. DC needs probably a mid hero or.
I mean, come on, let's be honest here.
Who is melee? Well, Magnus can be either mid or offlane. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, definitely. We have seen a good share of Wee Magnus in the mid lane. I'll be honest, I haven't seen too much Moon, but Moon's a good player, man. If he needs to step up and play a Magnus, I'm sure he could, do so. But what it says to me is like whoever the whatever Resolution's picking up here, it's going to get a lot of loving, just like we saw in the previous game. I don't know if that's going to be the Jug. I don't know if that's going to be a Resolution Slark. I mean, what do you think about the Slark possibly?
Slark, yeah, Slark works amazing.
Slark's going to be in here. Yeah, it's going to be a fruitful pickup that they may consider.
Oh, seems like this hero was forgotten, at least by me.
Yeah. Totally forgotten. DC had the option to pick it up themselves early on, but they were like, we got to get the better hero. We got to get Coddle, of course.
There is the Slark.
There's a Slark. You got a Slar? I got a Slark.
Well, it's a battle of the fishes.
I'm sure there's lore somewhere out there how these two are like either friend or foe. But for now, both are just ugly.
Probably. They look like they're on the same team.
10 seconds remaining.
Even though they're not at this game, but
5 seconds
kind of look
remaining.
the same mother gave birth to
Yeah.
both, just a different father.
Yeah, probably.
Promiscuous mom, Dota 2.
DC's
That's just the
turn
lore.
to
I mean,
ban.
you can look it up. What do you think, though, about the matchup? Like, now you know, you can see the late game for both here. Luna with the Shadow Demon, of course. Now with even more, like, minus armor coming out.
10
Is Slark going to
seconds
be
remaining.
okay? Like, it's a Resolution Slark at the end of the day. This guy will know
5 seconds
when there's a
remaining.
safe fight or not. I mean, just even based on the last game of showing. But, you know, how do you feel about his challenge ahead of him?
Well, depends on the early game, how Slark's gonna do and how they put the lanes. It's probably gonna be a position for Slardar with Shadow Demon and Luna. They can make an aggressive tri-lane and just contest that Slark's lane, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's really good. Or just leave the Luna at a free farm, and they have a good hero on mid to set up a gang as well as Shadow Demon and Slardar. Look at that disruption, astral imprisonment. You have easy gangs going on, and for mid game and later on, you got
10
so much
seconds
save with those two
remaining.
spells. Whoever gets focused.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Down to just one more pick now for each of these teams in game number 3. Next
Reserve
ban
time.
going the way of WanteD as they have to kind of dissect here. You know, off lane, mid lane, kind of being left as that variable for DC. It's like, yeah, you know, we could be this Magnus, but could be holding out. Could be holding out. I mean, I don't know what other succulent off lane options are out there. Centaur, one that, you know, stands out to me maybe a little bit. But
They have Slardar already, so I don't think it's gonna.
oh no,
be
I'm saying
Centaur,
for
it's-
DC. I'm saying what
Oh,
WanteD
for
are looking
DC.
at banning here. They're wagering that it is an off lane
team
Moon Magnus, so they ban out the sniper, or they just ban out the sniper because they know that DC
'Cause
could
of-
make an audible and just grab the sniper. It's so good against OD, you know. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I'm just
10
thinking as
seconds
well. just let me give me.
All right,
give me a few
dude. Take a
seconds.
moment. The wheels are turning.
5
The wheels are turning at
seconds
Lacoste. All
remaining.
right, I won't interfere as your brain hurts to think there.
Reserve
We look back to
time.
WanteD side now. I don't know. This could be a team capable of that 4-position Slardar. All
Yeah,
right.
it can still be
Can we
an
not?
offlane
We
Slardar
can't
as
throw
well,
that
but
you know, option out there.
it can be, but probably won't because it will feed against Slark especially, and Coral and Ogre. They will just bully him on the lane.
Well, then something else possibly instead.
Well, for DC, they need something to. Oh, I know what DC is gonna pick. Legion Commander.
DC's
You're saying
turn to
DC's
pick.
going to pick Legion Commander. Now we see WanteD pick up the axe.
I want to see Legion Commander because of all the illusions. Shadow Demon plus Luna, you just clear all those illusions with overwhelming odds. Plus, he can turn into a beast later on if he gets some
10 seconds
easy damage.
remaining.
Plus Empower later on, and they can
5
put Magnus mid
seconds
that way.
remaining.
I like it. Yeah, purging off amp damage. Great for illusions.
Or they can go for Windrunner
Reserve
mid.
time.
Moon's
mid-ranger.
played it before. I mean,
That's
we've
what
been
I-
in situations where you had to play Magnus in matchups where it's obvious like, okay, you're going against an OD. You will not fare well, but you will hold your own. And then just kind of get yourself to that point where you get the Blink Dagger and kind of make that big
a lot
impact.
Of,
but
if it's mid Magnus, the new build I like a lot more than the previous one. With Echo Saber, you just keep on farming, and his talent trees work really well with those. And you just turn into a damage dealer later on.
Hope it doesn't come back to
10
bite him in the ass
seconds
as
remaining.
the
I
axe
hope
comes
it's
out
Legion
later.
Commander.
5 seconds
They may already know what they
remaining.
want as they kind of use the remainder set of their time. Oh, look at this. A flip of the script here. It is going to be Moon Meander repping the Magnus as the final pickup is going to be the Invoker for Weehaw
Well,
would
with the
appear.
Invoker, they have a lot of control as well, and they can clear those illusions once it comes to that. If WanteD gets an upper hand and just starts pushing the towers, Invoker can deal with that. With Magnus Wave, Keeper of the Light, they have a lot of things to clear those illusions, actually.
Yeah, I mean, they have tremendous wave clear, tremendous amount of outspam to help against the what is going to be apparent pushing power of WanteD. What do you think about early laning stage? Who's it more precious for? Who needs this early laning stage to go well for them to be able to achieve, true success with their lineup?
10 seconds remaining.
Well, mid lane is gonna be pretty even. I expect
5
WanteD to
seconds
make some early ganks, smoky ganks actually. We saw that from game 1. They
Yeah.
love to dictate the tempo of the game. They used 3 smokes in I think 3 or 4 minutes actually, with Pudge and Rubik's being smoked all the time. So I expect Shadow Demon and Slardar do the same thing this game, because Luna will be able to stand on her own against Mag. They will just give her some advantage at start. Or they can just camp top if you don't see them, if DC doesn't see that duo, Shadow Demon and Slardar. Magnus can't be aggressive and the mid lane can't be aggressive. It's such a good setup.
All right, we'll
Also,
have
mid
to
lane's gonna
see.
depend where the lane's gonna stand for both heroes. Actually, if it's gonna stand on OD's cliff, if he keeps it there, he's gonna have so much advantage.
Yeah. And I'd be curious to see if that means that we're going to just be seeing Misery float around the mid lane a lot more to help the balance of power and what that mid lane could really be. We'll just have to find out soon enough. It looks like we're going to get underway here after a brief pause. And it's time to begin game number 3. This is just our very first series of the DAC American Qualifier right now, where 2 groups of 4 teams are going to be battling it out. Top 2 teams from each group will move on into that double elimination bracket. Only 1 team will come out on top and be qualified to represent America, Lacoste, and compete for all those monies in China.
All the big monies.
All the big monies that DAC brings.
It's not about the money, it's about representing the US and A.
Oh, yes. Teams like DC and WanteD, of course, bringing
If
and
he
uniting all their
gets
flags
the
together.
disruption, let's see if he can pull it off. He will.
Whoa, hello, how you doing? Okay,
Oh,
that was a
that's
bouncy ball play. I don't know how that's permitted but Frog has allowed it.
Something is
Resolution's
wrong with
gone.
this game. Please fix it.
That was hilarious, though.
And that's only the mistake happened at the start, so it doesn't happen again.
all right.
This
Well,
is the only, let's call it a bug, that we'll see throughout this game. Oh, look at X, Boris.
he's just like, this is my
He's
room.
like, yeah, this,
Early level of mana leak, just to be a
The
real
battle
pain in the bum.
begins.
Let's see. He could go for it. But, Blast also offers a good little burst. Coddle's fast. Not going to go much further with it.
I'm
It's
not
fine.
I'm not gonna discuss it with what he should skill. You probably know better.
Oh, shoved to the high ground. See you later, Jo. Moon Meander just shoulder chucks him right up and above, and now he is a man who is stranded. Peter's close
Okay.
by, but they need one of them darn tootin' teleport scrolls to get him out from that trouble.
PPD is gonna get a TP and try to high five him.
That's awkward.
That's possible.
Very nicely done from Moon. That is a handicap and a half right there. That is a handicap and a
There
half.
is
He
a
walks
TP
there.
coming.
He walks for the TP, and Moon wants to shove him back, not allow him to be able to move there to help said friend. But
PPD even needs to use disruption to get rid of Moon Meander. He's such a pain in the ass.
hey, bro, can you just? Yeah, I'm sorry. That was just embarrassing. Can you just hand?
Yeah,
thank
he
you so
managed
much.
to give him a
Okay,
TP.
thank you, thank you.
All right.
I mean, how devastating is that? Is it very devastating? I mean, Moon is not level 2 yet. He's able to hang close enough for now, but okay, now that's a tri-lane.
Skewer
He's
is
gonna,
ready again.
yeah.
Well, those 5 seconds that they changed on the Skewer really helps a lot. He's in big trouble.
Yeah. Suddenly, the full team is here. Jo is seeking revenge. How dare you embarrass me and put me on the high ground? Peter will get the last hit in, and first blood will be drawn by WanteD. Just like that.
Jay owns Peter at least a beer for that TP.
Yep.
Plus first blood.
That was a nice little setup there. Moon playing his skewers a bit aggressive. Finds himself going against, of course, one of those greatest supports in the game to lane with that Shadow Demon.
Boris the Blade manning up at bottom. Gonna
Whoa,
try
whoa,
to
whoa.
TP out.
No,
It's
it
gonna
looks like
be
he makes
enough.
it out the last second.
TP's right to a shrine, uses it. Gonna be back at the lane really soon. Gonna pick up the rune first.
All right, extra money coming his way. I was
Oh,
questioning on
Misery.
the back end of this draft how much attention Misery was going to be paying to this mid lane here to assist Weehaw, and it's been quite a bit ever since the start. And yeah, now even continues here. The Ignite, the Cold Snap, obviously doing some decent work locking down QO in place, and he can't really do much to Misery to kind of fend him off a bit. This has earned Weehaw 10-6 CS, beating out QO pretty heavy-handedly. Look at this, QO only 4 and 3. This Ogre is just really being a pain in his ass.
Yeah, that's what Ogre does.
It's working. Weehaw will utilize this advantage as much as possible. Obviously, it's, you know, been a tough road early for Moon in the offlane because of all this attention. And it doesn't stop there.
Moon in problem.
They set it up with the Lucent Beam and a Crush.
It's gonna be
and
enough.
That will be enough. He starts, like, getting the feet ready for running, but he's not
Yeah,
running
good
anywhere.
timing on their spells.
Yep, wonderfully done.
If you check the offlane players, they love to go for a poor man's shield. Pretty much everyone these days. Even Mag went. Now X has one as well.
Yeah,
I love the build actually.
it's working for now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, pounce.
Another TP ready.
Oh, he'll need it. And he makes it back just in
Boris
time.
the escape. What a player.
Yeah, Boris the bouncer as he bounces out from that gank. And into a salve. Now he's going to be fine. Back in lane. Love the heads-up TP plays. Weehaw, though, might need to have his own heads-up play here. Oh, the second. PBD shows himself. He tries to make a run for it, but Disruption's got just such a wonderful range, doesn't it? Sets it up for an easy crush. He tries to run out the other way, but he's not going to be making it too far. Peter picks up another kill.
Even Astral was ready. Didn't even need to use it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you know, with kind of Moon being bullied out from the lane, they don't have too many eyes on it. Misery's here now to kind of take over the lane and find some solo XP.
Lane.
Yeah, it's helping. They definitely need to kind of have the wherewithal to see when these rotations are coming.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to go with Misery in the same high school if he was such a bully.
Yeah, I've heard stories of the old Misery. Now a changed man, a nice happy lad.
Really calm, nice man.
He's a
Before
nice man.
I played with him in few teams.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite nice.
He was very
back then.
spicy, you know.
Yeah, but let's call him spicy.
He used to be a pretty spicy fella, but he's a pretty well-rounded individual now.
If Misery was a meme, like 5 years ago, he would be assaulted by a meme.
Okay, all right. It's a shame he was past his prime in memeage, but here's QO looking to kind of recover from what has been a CS disadvantage at the start. Bottom lane. Uh-oh. Boris got a hold of a little old man. Bottom was able to help cut him down. We come back to mid lane to find QO in a bit of trouble. Misery makes a nice sweep in, but JO's here now. Sunstrike timing is going to be there. Oh my gosh, comes just a bit short. QO runs back the other way, pops a salve, and he's going to be fine
Stun is ready.
until the stun comes out. Yeah, Misery's going to be able to get the finish. JO, though, desperate trying to go for a bit of redemption, but this fucking Ogre is just so freaking fat. He's so fat, he pops the salve and gets away. They're not going to be able to get revenge. Oh, DC finally get themselves on the board, and it's a wonderful takedown on QO.
Misery going to principal office to heal up.
Detention, sir. Your bullying is just out of control. Oh, it's working, though. It's getting what they need done, especially in that mid lane. It did cause concern enough for WanteD to present that one rotation over, but since then, PPD has gone back to the top lane, back to the side of his Luna, and assisting with Chessie through his grind of farm. How is our boy Boris doing down here now? He had gotten that kill.
Really well.
He's
Escaped
level
2
6.
of those ganks with TPs. Uses Shrine, uses healing salve. Gets 1 kill on Coddle. Being level 6 at 6 min. Really doing well.
So a rush to Blink Dagger. Do you get the Vanguard early? Like, where
No,
does it go?
he's not gonna get a Vanguard. He has Pullman's shield. He's gonna skip it.
Yeah, that's what.
So just straight into Blink as fast as he can. Maybe 10, well, a bit later, 11, 12-minute mark, Blink Dagger is just gonna be fine.
We have WanteD here, who's hoping to maybe scout out a farming Moon Meander nearby, but
Radiant's top
they will
tower
have to
is
settle
under
for just a
attack.
tier 1 takedown. Moon is off in the jungle,
Radiant structures are
obviously
fortified.
recovering from what was a difficult laning phase. No surprise by that, but he is
Top
now
tier
level
1's gonna
5.
fall. Yeah. We saw some build on Magnus during the Dota pit. Ice did it,
Radiant's top
going
tower is under attack.
for that Helm of the
Radiant's top
Dominator
tower
build.
has fallen.
I think it works really
Ooh.
well on him.
Uh-oh. Saxga showed himself in lane. This old man has no
Beam,
friends around.
Beam. Oh, what a range
Yeah,
on that beam.
That is a soul catcher beam, and that one hurts. Bottom lane, Boris. I was going to say maybe they are going to make a dance with him here. Resolution trying to tap at him a bit. Misery hits him up with the Ignite. And that's the call before the stun can come out. Rotations are coming, but I don't think they're going to lock anyone from DC in place long enough to get anything going. But Boris is certainly not an easy target to take down, not one bit. And he's pulling ahead of where Moon Meander is, obviously. Granted that he's been able to kind of hang in his lane and find his bit of farm. He still has a journey ahead of him, though, to get that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, it's gonna be, as I said, maybe 11, 12-minute mark Dagger for Axe. Especially if he gets one kill, Keeper of the Light.
Shows himself with the blast,
no,
and
no, no.
Peter,
Oh,
he gets
again?
spotted. The range is there. They're going to be able to get the connection. They hit him over the Lucent Beam, and he's going to be going down. Back-to-back
Peter's
takedown.
gonna die.
And there goes PPD2. Here comes out the Eclipse, but Resolution hides within his Shadow Dance to avoid the trouble. Here comes
what an
Moon!
RP!
Hits it up with a 3-man RP. Setting it up right now for the Invoker combo. It's going to do a bit of damage and work. Self-Prison denies a bit of the damage for now, but as he comes out, starts bopping onto Moon Meander quite a bit. Chessie's still able to swing it out. And WanteD are in good shape. Well, as I say that, Kua will be taken down, of course. Gets the prison on Resolution, but not going to be able to fend himself off. Chessie will go out the other side. Wow, wonderful RP from there. DC's going to be able to take the net worth advantage on that one. They both suffer some casualties on that front.
Well, that's why we love to have Magnus in games.
Yeah, man.
When you're casting it, you can just shout,
structures
"Woo! What an RP!"
Yeah, baby.
Radiant's bottom
That's
tower
what it's all
is under
about, really. Yeah, what a big RP. Was it even good? I don't know, but it was a big RP. Whatever the case may be, it's a beautiful setup for Moon, but,
Radiant's bottom
you know,
tower has fallen.
Chessie was really able to kind of still unload all of that damage. Oh, able to sidestep the blast
Well,
here.
what is that range on that beam?
Okay, it's yeah, it's something else. That's what it is.
Boris the Dunk.
Boris
There
the
we
dunk.
go.
Boris Barkley here. He's a dunker.
Boris Barkley.
Radiant's
Resolution
middle
has
tower
been
is
stalking.
under
Back to
attack.
1990s.
He wants PPD here. Can PPD do the disruption tap fast enough? Oh, no, he can't. He's going to be going down. They get the call off, but the save won't be there. Weehaw, yeah, on the other side, getting squared up right now. Now they settle back for Resolution once again, and he's just going to get
Nice stun by Jo.
finished out. Yeah, Jo gets that 3-kill streak, and then the game is paused. Oh, my God, real unfortunate timing there, as it looks like, who is that? Oh, our poor old friend, Coddle.
Boris the Breeze.
Boris is frozen. And we'll have to wait for him here. Whew, okay, we have to dissect everything that just happened there a bit.
Nice rune picked up by a Slark, Invis, who just insta-killed the Shadow Demon there, but paid with his life. Nice stun by Slarner there. And the Invoker was so low as well, but didn't have any detection to kill him. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, this engagement WanteD had access to Boris to be there to kind of help swing things out, whereas in the last fight, Boris was not there. This time, things are flipped around a bit. Moon Meander, I mean, he doesn't have RP available for a fight, even if it's there to, you know, break out in front of him. But without him being kind of here and involved, DC are a bit outnumbered. And
Boris is back.
Boris is back. A little behind in the chase right now, but I don't think they're going to have to go too far to get the finish here for Coddle. I imagine that the rest of DC are just going to have to accept that fact. Please don't do this. Please, no. No. Got him. Double kill for Jo, awarded on that one, which, hey, 4-position support Slardar, I mean, we expect him to maybe, you know, get a fair timing for a Blink Dagger, and then he's like, I'm happy now, I got the Blink. Hey, the sooner JO's able to get it with kills like that, that is just going to make things the sweeter for WanteD overall.
Yeah, having those 2 Blink Daggers on both Axe and Slardar is gonna be so easy to fight with. Yeah.
And Boris, he's getting close, man. 100 gold, this camp may just do it. And at that
Boris
point, they might
didn't
come
even-
together. I think they have a smoke ready to go. This is how ready they are. They're like, Boris,
Radiant's
get that
top
pack,
tower is under attack.
get over here,
Boris the Blink.
and get ready to blink your Boris bum into a fight. Well, they're heading straight down south right now. DC are not in that area. One is. It's Resolution, actually. And, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, he walks back, and he gets hit with the crush! And then the call's going to be
call
there
by
on top of
Boris.
it, and they get more than enough necessary there. Oh, Resolution
dunk,
just
but still.
suddenly in his face, there's trouble, and it was just like, oh, you know, you need that blink quick reaction to be able to get away from that one. Mid lane.
Dire's top tower
In
is
lane,
under
look at
attack.
Invoker. 0-2-5, still struggling to get
Dire's
Hand of
structures are
Midas
fortified.
at 11 minute.
Radiant's middle tower is
Uncharacteristic
under
game
attack.
for Weehaw here. Just kind of goes to
Radiant
show the
structures are
maybe a
fortified.
early game pressure. Even though he had Misery there, it was
Dire's
just
top tower
you know, the
is
OD
fallen.
matchup, I suppose.
Radiant's middle tower
Invoker
It's
not
just a
finding
good
too many
rot-
opportunities
Good
across the world.
rotations from Shadow Demon and Slardar.
Yeah. They will Bloodlust the tower. Try and defend it a bit. Misery sweeps in. I'll get the deny. Oh, they're faking for it. Who's going to get it? Ah, it's picked up by Jesse.
Radiant's middle
The
tower
blast
is
flies
team
out.
play.
They'll set it up with the
Double
prison.
attack.
And here comes Boris blinking on in deep. Moon's going to
Good
help him
RP.
out. Gets the RP, but the disruption will be there to help out Boris. And now it's DC trying to run back out. Eclipse will
Big
fly out from
blinding
Jesse.
light.
But yeah, good move from Saksa to be able to kind of separate the pact. The Eclipse isn't going to be able to be too successful.
Yeah, Blinding Light is one of the spells people don't actually talk about in fights or in pretty much in general, but that spell can change the whole fight.
I mean, without having MKB,
it's
you'll
not even
obviously run
about
into a bit
yeah.
of trouble, but even the range has been buffed up. Where you can blast people, you know, it takes a lot of trust for the call to be able to get the right blinding light in a fight that actually matters, and you don't kind of screw your own team over. But yeah, with proper placement, man, you can just separate a fight down the middle and also force Luna to just be swinging at nothing.
I'll take that.
I don't think he's going to be getting a Nags anytime soon to kind of have that blinding light up at all times, but, you know, he's got farm
Gotta come
potential.
eventually.
He's got farm potential. He's got bottom lane now to work with, but he and his team may be finding themselves in a bit of trouble soon. Here comes WanteD
Big
now,
smoke
smoking
coming out.
up to the high ground. Easy jump onto Weehaw here. Are you trying to finish out a Midas? Well, he got his Midas, but they are not going to allow him to really find too much farm with it. They take him down right away.
Look at Moon. Look what he's doing. He's buffing the creep and just farming the creep wave with it.
Him and his tomato friend.
Sneaky little bastard.
Oh, no, but as they try to run back out, Boris is there to welcome him. Almost gets the call grab, but does
Dire's
come up a
middle
bit
tower
short.
is under
WanteD
attack.
know their advantage at this point in the game, and they're
Radiant's top
using it
tower
to
is
its full
under attack.
potential right now, just going right on in for these tier 2s, knowing that DC are not in any sort of fighting shape.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
RP is going to be up now. I don't know if WanteD have been able to time it out, but it looks like they are going to be pulling off, so not looking to push any sort of fight. DC.
Slark got his nice blink call by Axe.
Oh,
Is it gonna be enough? No.
no, not with the regen. He's fine. I missed the start of that one, but just Boris kind of coming out from the woodwork, I imagine.
Just Boris doing his thing.
Popping out from the shadows. I mean, hits like that onto Resolution make him think twice about split pushing these lanes now moving forward. So you become a bit more hesitant, and that's just going to cripple your farm a little bit now. WanteD are just coasting themselves into Roche, really knowing there's not going to be too much threat. You have that benefit of the Slardar, makes it that much easier to do.
And they're gonna make it. This doesn't even know what's going on.
They're kind of heading that way. Again, though, still waiting on the Moon Meander Blink Dagger. So your Blink
There's a
RP
there's an
initiation is not
early
there yet.
gem picked up by a Slark. I'm not sure who bought it. Let me check the gold.
It's Misery.
Caudal or
No, it says
Misery?
owned by Misery. Misery is the one who picked it up, it
Right.
looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, DC Misery.
You know, obviously he has nothing for himself. He's still just that you know, he's not even a walking bloodluster. He even put more points into Ignite on his Ogre build.
Stun, you mean? Fire Blast.
Oh, I said Ignite, but yeah, Fire Blast. Yes. Not Bloodlust, though. I mean, it is kind of
Yes, they
awkward.
don't need it. They don't need
Yeah.
it that early. Slark is not that big.
They'll favor the extra bit of lockdown, it looks like, but hey, this is just Chessie shredding right through this tower. They are getting a bit of a split here. Tier 2 top lane is getting some pressure here from DC. And it's
TP's
actually
coming out.
prompted a rotation here. In the meantime, Jo is eyeballing Resolution. They cut him off on his path to go up north. Just more of a WanteD now, kind of controlling the map. Oh, they see each other again. Oh, he tries to hit him up with the amp. Moves in, gets the crush. Now tries to go for it. The pact is there, though.
That would be really big if they got the kill on him plus the gem.
Almost, but no.
Finders, keepers.
DC will...
He was faking it, like with Slaughter, tried to fake his ulti, then tried to fake his stun.
You have to do that against a Slark. Just casually going to use one spell to kind of take everything off. Hoping to bait it out. Get the most out of it there. But we have Blinks online now. The Initiation Brothers here. Ready to go from WanteD. Already drawing out from PPD here to go down this top lane.
Oh, there's a gem on Peter as well. Double gems picked up at 16 minutes. That's not what you see
Is under attack.
a lot. Well, they need it versus Slark. They just want to shut him down. But he'll just try to split push. If he sees that gem, just try to split push with Empower, split push, sorry, and just get a lot of farm.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Get big.
attack.
Uh-oh. Look like they saw each other briefly, but they'll blink out and away.
Yeah, Magnus got his blink up and level 2 RP. So if they execute a combo well, just need 2 or 3 man RP plus Invoker on top of that, and a little bit of salty things from Slark.
He is getting a little close to Chessie here, but Chessie is just
Meanwhile-
finishing his own little journey.
Yeah, Luna has Manta style finished. Luna is so ahead of everyone. 10k gold. Second one is surprisingly Magnus,
Yeah.
who is off lane.
Dyer's bottom tower
That's pretty
is under
surprising.
attack.
Well, that's him farming with Empower and Iron Talon plus that creep. Well, he's not buffing Slark.
Radiant's middle tower is under
He's
attack.
getting a lot of farm by himself.
Yeah. Does also show, though, a little bit of a tough time that Resolution's been going through.
Yeah.
Trying to find good farm for himself. He's obviously not... You know, he's got a Shadow Blade, but I don't feel like he's able to be a really big threat to some of the supports here. Looks like they spotted out Moon. Skewers Boars to the high ground. Doesn't get the cute little dunk there, but they are able to get the kill, which is what's important. So now you don't have to worry about the blink RP for at least 35 seconds. Resolution and company frantic to kind of push out this bottom lane and divert some attention elsewhere, but WanteD are already here. They're walking through your front door. They didn't take their shoes off. They're all over the carpet. And now they're looking to go for the tier 3. A fortification already going to be forced out here from DC. Still 20 seconds without the Moon. The Moon meander factor in this fight. Can WanteD at least take a tier 3 and run? Do they want to hang around? There goes the disruption.
They want to get a fight. They still want to fight even if the RP is up.
Blinding Light will fend off a bit of Luna, and they're not going to be able to get a finish onto that tier 3. Resolution had continued to push out that bottom lane, got some work done on that tier 1. No finish there yet.
They still have Aegis on Luna. They want to use it.
They don't have much time. I'm telling you, they probably got like 40
They're
seconds, 30
They're
seconds.
pinging out the tier 2 tower bottom. They just want to play it safe.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be having this Aegis for any upcoming fight.
Yeah, WanteD needs to take that tier 2 tower and just kill those shrines, take control of the map, especially with that early gem with PPD.
So as they head back for the tier 2 in the bottom lane, DC will try to recover from all of the trouble that hit them down the mid lane. Looks like Saksa is, inching his way towards getting a hold of that
Dire's middle
Ags.
tower is under
It would be
attack.
very, very nice to kind of have the daylight vision,
Dire's structures are
have that extra
fortified.
burst of heal, have that blinding light that we were talking about before, just up at all times. And of course, opportunities for them to be able to split push the other lanes and have
Dire's
Coddle there to
middle
always
tower
summon them
has
back
fallen.
to the base or so if necessary
Oh,
for a defense.
look at the damage. Look at the damage on Slark with Alpha Wolf, Empower,
Dire's middle tower
double
is under
damage.
attack.
Yeesh.
Radiant's bottom
Okay.
tower is under attack.
I mean, they would love to take a fight right now.
A bit more. Aegis is gone.
Dire's middle tower is under
Aegis is
attack.
gone. So is the tier 2 bottom lane, but so will be
Radiant's bottom
possibly the
tower
tier
is under
2 at the
attack.
top lane
Radiant's
here. We'll
bottom
see if
tower
WanteD
has
want to
fallen.
pull off and
Dire's
defend it,
top
or if their
tower has
journey is
fallen.
forward. And it seems to be the latter here. WanteD continue their path.
Seems like DC learned from the last game. They're buffing their Slark this game. Like they buffed Luna,
Dire's top tower
Bloodlust,
is under
Empower.
attack. Dire's structures
It's a
Look
lot
at
of
him
love.
beating the top tower.
Yeah, he's
Radiant's
going
middle
for it here,
tower is
chipping
under
at it
attack.
slowly. Jo, ooh, nice cutoff. Catches him on the way out. But obviously, for the rest of WanteD, they've already pulled away from their advancement, it looks like, here in the bottom. And DC will be granted more time to farm up and build up a bit. WanteD still hold that bit of a net worth advantage, but it's nothing too significant, only about 4K. XP is even more minimal between the two teams. So, I mean, who is this favoring more for? I mean, as we begin to push forward, we're getting ready to go into like the third quarter, if you will. Cores are starting to get some better items online. Is it feeling more urgent for WanteD to get stuff done?
Well, the more they're stalling, it's better for DC. They're
Yeah.
getting their super good items up. Invoker, Aghanims, so is Coddle. Oh, the smoke. Oh,
He
went
almost
back.
pulled the trigger, but it might have been out of
Does
the
he know?
vision.
Does he
Saksa
know?
goes in the trees.
Yeah,
Oh, the creep
he
is there.
knows.
Nice, quick stun
Nice play by
reaction.
Jesse.
Yeah, very, very nice. Man, he must have switched to that creep real quick.
Even
It
Jail
is just a
wasn't that
coddle.
fast.
I bet he even got the talent. Oh, he's not there yet. But the next talent would be even
Do you think
minus 25 seconds.
Jesse told Jail, like, give me share of your hero?
I don't know. Whoever did it, though, props to them. Again, it's not going to be too harmful to DC. It is just their coddle, but they do quickly buy him back. They need these blasts to start flying out through the mid lane, slowing down WanteD's advancement here. They will wipe out the creep wave. The tier 3, though, had been taken down.
Oh,
Moon
a bit
tries
of-
to go for the skewer back. Good quick force, though. QO will be able to separate himself from such tactics. And WanteD will be dissatisfied with this tier 3 and will go back for the shrines. It's shrine time, after all. Shrine time, get shrine 1, you go over, you get shrine 2, and then you probably poke around the Roche pit a bit. It's a long timer on Roche.
Yeah, but I don't see teams actually doing that kind of movement, like kill one shrine, then go for another one. It's a really waste of time. Plus you're exposing yourself to a dangerous situation, just running through the map.
Yeah,
like
maybe not
that.
beeline it from one shrine directly down the other. Yeah, okay, I agree. I agree. But you know,
It's not
they'll
worth
they'll come around
Yeah,
to
they'll
it. I'm
go
sure. They'll come
around,
around
yeah.
to it. They'll come
Yeah.
around. They got to get it down eventually. Whoa, blink in from Boris. Not going to get the nab on the resolution there, but they are still working through this mid lane. DC are hanging to the high ground. Moon's like, hey, I got a blink and an RP back here. You bait them in, you clump them up. I will knock them down.
They have a BKB on Luna right now, so it will be easier to fight for DC. They rely on a good RP or at least a good skewer.
All right, Invoker is back home. All of DC are at attendance inside the base, looking to go for a defense. WanteD want to take down their first set of
gonna
racks
be-
here.
It's
The
gonna be
Luna
easier
siege
to defend
begins.
right now.
Yep.
Invoker has his Aghanim's up.
The blasts are doing some decent work onto the illusions. They still wither away at the racks, slowly but surely, as we have come to know and love from your Shadow Demon Luna combo. They will spot out this ward being dropped, it looks like.
I'm surprised the teams who go for like Shadow Demon Luna or some early pushes don't get an earn in a team. Like, okay, they don't have a natural mech carrier, but
Yeah. But they don't have
At
like
least an
any
urn.
heal.
Yeah. They have a Helm of the Dominator or a heal, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know who would be the one in that position, like
Shadow
moving
Demon.
forward. Yeah, Shadow Demon or Slardar maybe.
Yeah.
Like, what do
But
you get for
Shadow
Slardar after
Demon,
you already get your Blink Dagger? Like, what is he gonna go for even?
well, he can go for Midas if he wants to secure the late game, or
Yeah.
just go for Force Staff.
Both
I would
good.
go for Midas because
Well, you're wrong. He went for Force Staff, and that's why you're here and
he
he's
still
there.
didn't buy it. I'm still not
Okay,
wrong.
you're true. You're true. Very true. Oh. Resolution's gone. Okay. That's how we build suspense. WanteD are here, though. They have not really backpedaled on their side of the river at all. They have been happy
Maybe
to
it's
be.
time. Maybe it's time for that moment you were talking about. Kill the second shrine, take
Yeah.
the Roche. It's close.
Yeah, let's get up over there.
And
DC.
Coral got his agony as well.
Yeah, that's when it feels great. It's like you're a new hero. Get it? Still one piece away, though. But Roche is standing. DC have placed a ward down as preparation for this. They have one deep ward as well. Only 20 seconds left on it, but it might get maybe a quick glimpse of WanteD here. Prepping for said Roche.
It's a Force Staff on Slardar.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's going to be good. More staff.
Nah, it's good.
More
it's
staff
good, though.
gaming.
You can go for both. It's still fine. But earlier Force Staff can go both ways.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Roche not even halfway dead yet, and already the approach is coming from DC. Resolution out in front. Blasts begin to stream down from the hills above. WanteD step back to try to get this mid lane pushing forward once again. But it's a scary time for WanteD too. They don't have the appropriate vision. Crazy-ass Magnus could fly in from the skies with an RP. An Invoker combo to follow it. Ooh.
You need to be careful. It's those kinds of heroes, Magnus, Enigma, that gives you that fear factor.
Yeah.
That you can't really fight in
Okay.
a small space, high ground. It's easy.
Oh.
It's really hard to fight.
Clenching
like
up
that.
right now.
Roche Pit, for example, like
Yeah,
this.
this is scary. They smoked up. They're creeping forward here. Oh, but quickly WanteD do manage to separate a bit. Boris and Jesse could be a bit close together, but they are going to be able to fly apart. They cut over the Roche pit, back and behind.
Oh,
A swing
that's-
on the RP, but they're shoved inside the pit even further. That's going to pop out the BKB for Jesse, and now he looks to go in with the wreck, with the Eclipse being brought up from above, and it's going to
This is
just
gonna
take out
finish the
Weeha.
Roche.
They step
That's the
forward.
blinding light you were talking about. That's the bad one. Like there was an RP, and at the same exact time, well, Magnus saw the opportunity, went for it, and
Yeah.
blinding light just threw them back away from the team. Invoker wasn't in range to cast his combo.
Roche will get finished. Boris being the bouncer, not allowing anyone to make it further towards that pit. They'll be able to hold all a bit beaten from battle, but WanteD still stand. They get their Roche, they get their win. And unfortunately, it's just such a fickle situation where they're doing this Roche, they're kind of there, but not really together, so you have to evaluate the positioning if you're DC. And it was a little all over the place. WanteD tried to make a jump over the pit to catch anyone from DC trying to come in from the other side. And as you already mentioned, you know, Moon trying to look for that wonderful setup of the RP. And ultimately, it's a bit haywire for DC.
There are two kinds of players that are initiators when playing on that kind of a hero that will actually wait for the perfect opportunity for them to gather. And there's the second type who like to initiate when the enemy teams don't expect it, like use it as an initiation.
Jump in. This started with Resolution trying to get the jump onto QO. That blinding light may have been able to save him quite a bit. On the other side, though, PPD going to get jumped now between Misery and Weeha. He will get dropped, and so will Moon Meander. QO barely able to make it out from this one. Boris with the engagement. A beautiful call. QO steps in to help out. Another dunk's going to be there. They will be able to
Coddle's
get the
gonna die as
finishes
well.
there. Saxa's going to get
Dunk that
dropped
guy.
too. QO manages to survive. He gets that
Boris the
prison off.
Barkley, double kill, mega kill.
Just constant re-engagements from him, setting up all these wonderful stuff indeed. And now he's going to be
Radiant's
moving into the
top tower
base.
is
Tier
under
3
attack.
exposed. Resolution's trying to cut the lane as hard as possible, but WanteD are just going to be happy to move to the mid lane. Fending him off a bit with the blinding light, so they can't
Piha
really
get the
attack, but
buyback.
man, Jesse.
Range racks, fall in, it's
Radiant's
down,
middle
and they're
Squeeze
just gonna
here.
back
has
off.
fallen.
Smart play. They don't want to risk anything. They still have the Aegis on OD. PPD, get that earned, please.
He's, I don't know, he's probably like, I'm past the point of earn.
But look at the Slardar right now. For example, if he didn't use that force staff much, maybe once in a fight.
Oh, he is going to blink, crush. They're going to
Nice ball by
purge.
Boris.
They're going to amp, and they're going
Lot
to
of
just
damage.
destroy Resolution. Not safe anywhere outside of home. Same could be
Boris the
said possibly.
Undying.
Oh, that was a BKB
Zero
charge.
deaths. 0 deaths on Boris.
0
Not
deaths
bad.
on
Has a-
Boris, huh?
Yeah,
For an axe, that's actually
it's amazing.
pretty ridiculous.
For an off lane as well.
Well, he's
And
looking to
OD
step
getting-
up. First series on this team for him. Probably going to be one of the highest profile teams he's been a part of up to this point, and he's showing up to
No.
play.
Yeah, really great performance by him today. Bit of questionable item choices on his Legion commander in terms of force staff, but it did his job. What I was saying for Slardar, if he went for Midas, he would at this point of the game he would have a Midas, a force staff plus the same amount of gold.
Yeah. It
And
did
more
feel like,
gold incoming in the next
yeah,
10, 15, 20 minutes.
maybe just WanteD were anticipating that maybe their next big fight could have been a game-ending one, and they would close it out better. Oh, going for
BKB's on the
Shrine.
cooldown.
Resolution just runs in there, but it's
Nice
Boris
dunk by
once
Boris
again. There to
again.
welcome him, lock him in place, and get the finish. Chessie, though, still in a lot of trouble. Moonmeander looking to go in, has no mana for the RP.
No mana for him.
He has a BKB, and he's trying to hold on to it, right-clicking all of his way. There he's going to get the mana. He needs to get the RP off in time before he's going to get dropped
Dunk
here.
again.
He
Dunk.
can't do it. Dunks are coming out from Boris, and he dunks him
Good game,
into
Skull.
submission. What a finish for him. What a finish for WanteD. They take this series 2-1 in what some will consider an upset. Yes, WanteD, a team of some high-caliber players, but this is their first go-around, and their first series against the team that people would say is the favorite. They take them 2-1. Hot start for WanteD.
Really nice performance by WanteD. Jesse 0 deaths, Boris 0 deaths. Look at the item progression on QO. Initiations by JO. Yeah, this team is really hot right now. It's the team to watch in the near future.
It's a good team. I mean, I had the pleasure, if you will, of watching a lot of Star Series American qualifiers up to this point, and you can already tell just looking at these two teams that they do play on that higher level. I mean, I hate to discredit a lot of the other teams that are still trying to make a name for themselves, and they're still like in that tier 2, tier 3 spot, and they're trying to move up, but you can already tell like WanteD has that kind of something special going for them. And I'm going to be curious to see. I mean, was it an off day for DC? You know, what do you take away from a performance like that DC brought here against WanteD? Like, what do you think? Is this an off day, or do you think DC played the best game they could have and just WanteD is also looking that good?
Well, we saw DC at the Dota pit. They went out of the tournament as a second team after Elements Pro Gaming. And they seem a bit sloppy at the moment, having a rough time. But this game, the third game, they were relying so much on those RPs. That's the problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't pull out a good RP, the fight's gonna end up badly. And they shut down Slark really, really good.
Yeah,
Especially with that
and
early
Invoker
gem.
too. A lot of them just seemed like they weren't able to kind of get that farm. They weren't able to match that pace. We know to see Resolution able to do on his Slark. We've seen Weehawd just destroy games on his Invoker, but they just seem so crippled in this one. And I guess you got to give credit to WanteD for that. So hot start for them. They have a wonderful debut, but we are going to have to cut to a break because this best of 3 was, well, quite a long best of 3. We're going to be jumping right into our second series of today. which is going to be Team Freedom going against Complexity. I'll put on the screen there. You can see all the other teams that are participating in this group and what groups, what the groups are. But we are going to be going into our next Group A matchup. I am Coddle Guy. That is Lacoste. We'll be back after a small break here on Beyond the Summit channel for more DAC 2017 American Qualifier action. We'll see you soon.